high school we ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic.
Hello, Hollywood. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would like to give a shout out to all of our fans that are here today, but also to all of our fans watching our live video stream presented by our media partner, Variety. I'm Rana Gadban, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting this program. For today's Walk of Fame ceremony, we are honoring a filmmaker who is among the most creative and visionary artists of his generation. Are we all excited? What an awesome crowd, you guys. His distinctive style is showcased through his work as a filmmaker, screenwriter, producer, and author. Today, Hollywood honors Guillermo del Toro with a 2,669 star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But before we invite him up to the stage, first, let me tell you about our honoree. Born in Guadalajara, Mexico, woo! Guillermo began his career working as a special effects makeup artist. He first gained worldwide recognition for the 1993 Mexican-American co-production Kronos, a supernatural horror movie which he directed from his own screenplay. Let's give him a big round of applause, you guys. The film premiered at the 1993 Cannes Film Festival, where it won the Mercedes-Benz Award and over 20 international awards. His other films include Mimic. Are any Mimics fans? The Devil's Backbone, Blade 2, Hellboy, Pacific Rim, and Crimson Peak. He was honored with an Oscar nomination for original screenplay Pan's Labyrinth, which he directed, wrote, and produced. The film also won Academy Awards for art direction, cinematography, and makeup. In all, the film garnered more than 40 international awards and appeared on more than 35 critics' lists of the year's best films. Let's give him another round. His most recent film, the contemporary fairy tale, The Shape of Water, premiered at the 2017 Venice Film Festival, where it won the Golden Lion for Best Picture. It went on to win Golden Globes, BAFTAs, DGA, PGA, and Academy Awards, including Oscars for Best Picture, Best Direction, Best Score, and Best Production Design. Through his overall deal with DreamWorks Animation, he has been an executive producer on the films Kung Fu Panda 2 and 3, Puss in Boots 1 and 2, and Rise of the Guardians. He produced The Book of Life for Fox Animation and Real FX. His DreamWorks animated series, Troll Hunters, is the most successful family series on Netflix. Guillermo is also producing the CBS Films, E1, and Lionsgate feature, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. based on the books by Alvin Schwartz. The movie is directed by Andre Overdahl and will be released in theaters everywhere August 9, 2019. Under his overall deal with Fox Searchlight, he's currently producing Antlers, as well as co-writing and co-directing his stop-motion adaptation of Pinocchio for Netflix animation. Guillermo is on the board of directors of the Hero Initiative, which creates a financial safety net for comic creators who may need emergency medical aid, financial support for essentials of life, and an avenue back into paying work. Since inception, the Hero Initiative has been fortunate enough to benefit creators with more than $1 million worth of much-needed aid. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our honoree, Guillermo del Toro. But before we hear from our honoree, we have two guest speakers who would like to say a few words about him. Our first speaker is a Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter. Her music has been noted by critics for its stylized cinematic quality, glamour, melancholia, and its references to 1950s and 1960s Americana. Her albums include Born to Die, Paradise, Ultraviolence, Honeymoon, and Lust for Life. I don't know that we can get any louder than this. Her sixth studio album is set to drop August 30th. Please welcome to the stage Lana Del Rey.
Good morning. This is a big day. It's a big day for Guillermo, and it's a big day for Hollywood Boulevard. Because today, we're choosing to honor somebody who's honored something very important in his own life and work, and that's his own unique style of storytelling. When I was asked to give Guillermo his star, I was reminded of an excerpt from a story that I love by one of my favorite authors, Clarissa Piccola Estes. In the story, she talks about how each one of us is born into this world with a particular shape to our souls and to our consciousness. And to keep this shape, it takes not only talent, but an inner wisdom. I couldn't help but think of The Shape of Water and Pan's Labyrinth, and now his latest movie, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. All uniquely told through archetypes and classic stories in a style that can instantly be identified as Guillermo's. And it made me smile because although it doesn't take anybody special to realize how wonderful these movies are, it really does take a special kind of man to dream them up. A man who is as kind as he is deep, and as wise as he is fun. Yeah, very wise. Shape of Water? Wise, wise, wise. In a culture of sameness, he's completely himself, and that's the greatest lesson I get from all of his tales. So, on this day that we're honoring you, I would like to say that it's a beautiful thing to be reminded that being different is to be celebrated. And it's a beautiful thing that we have you to always remind us of that each time we go back to your instantly classic films. So I'm so happy to be helping giving you this star with JJ, and very honored to be able to celebrate with you on the iconic Hollywood Boulevard. Congratulations.
Guillermo loves you guys too. Before we introduce our next speaker, we have a few celebrities in the audience who are here today supporting Guillermo. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for actor Ron Perlman, actor Elliot Gould, actor and Walk of Famer Ted Danson, actress Mary Steenburgen. I'd also like to acknowledge Donnell Dadigan, the Vice Chair of the California Film Commission, the Hollywood Chamber Chair of the Board, and President and Founder of the Hollywood Museum. Kim Morgan is here? Okay. Also like to acknowledge some of our elected officials who are here today supporting our honoree. Our own Los Angeles Council member, Mitch O'Farrell. Senator Maria Durazo, representing the 24th District, and Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez, representing the 7th Council District in LA. I'd also like to give a shout out to Vin DeBona, the chair of the Walk of Fame Committee. And you asked me to recognize who, Guillermo? And also Kim Morgan. Our next speaker is a writer, director, and producer of television series such as Felicity, Lost, Fringe, Person of Interest, Westworld, and Castle Rock. Other films include the Mission Impossible series, Star Trek, Super 8, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. He is currently producing, directing, and co-writing Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Please welcome the incomparable JJ Abrams to the stage.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to start by saying that Mary Steenburgen also has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It should just be said. And celebrated as well. Guillermo, I get to talk about you, and you're here to my left. It's an honor to be here today to celebrate not only one of the most creative and inventive minds in the entertainment industry, but one of the biggest hearts. I met Guillermo del Toro a long time ago, so long ago, it scares the crap out of me. It was 1991. I was a screenwriter working on a film which had hired Dick Smith as a consultant. For those of you who don't know, Dick Smith, he knows. Dick Smith was probably the greatest makeup artist who ever lived. Long before there were CG effects, there was Dick, who turned Linda Blair into the face of the devil, transformed William Hurt in Altered States, blew up heads in Scanners, and helped Marlon Brando become Vito Corleone. As a kid, I'd sent Dick Smith letters asking advice on makeup effects for my student films. He responded every time, as he generously did to anyone who reached out to him. But now we were working together, and I was really excited. And one night, Dick invited me to dinner, and to have dinner with someone who he also had been corresponding with, someone he referred to as a talented young director from Mexico. Guillermo's journals are now legendary. They're these Da Vinci-like books filled with images and stories, pieces of dreams from the depths of his imagination. But this was 1991, before these journals were printed for everyone to see before anyone had seen anything like this. And there I was sitting at this restaurant on Ventura Boulevard looking at these images that just blew my mind. This was long before Pan's Labyrinth or Devil's Backbone, years in fact before his first film, Kronos. And I'll never forget seeing those images in that book and thinking, I really have to work my ass off because this guy was pure genius. I don't think I've ever been so instantly envious of someone's raw and gorgeous talent. I was so blown away by this voice, this vision that was crystal clear even before seeing any of his films. And so here we are on a very weird platform on the sidewalk of Hollywood Boulevard, nearly 30 years later, and I still feel the same way about you. You're a mind-bendingly brilliant creator, a multidisciplinary artist, a curator of the most remarkable collection of art, a man who celebrates otherness and tells stories of unlikely, unusual heroes with hearts almost as large as his own. His creations are often wild and twisted and sometimes terrifying, but this man I love, my only slightly older Mexican brother, this genius I admire, is one of the sweetest human beings you will ever meet. I love you, I congratulate you. This is an exciting day. Thanks, man.
We have a few more acknowledgments, you guys, so a few more celebrities that are also here today supporting Guillermo. I'd like to start with actor Clifton Collins Jr. And the director and cast of Scary Stories, director Honoree Obrador. Actor Austin Abrams. Actress Zoe Coletti. Actor Gabriel Rush. Actor Michael Garza. And actress Natalie Ganzorn. That's awesome. And I would now like to welcome to the stage a friend of the Walk of Fame, our Los Angeles City Council member, Mitchell Farrell.
Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a Hollywood a todos. I first want to start by thanking the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for providing a place for fans across the world to come and enjoy, now forever, the star of Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro, you see and love humanity within what many people refer to as monsters. In fact, you have spent your career telling stories with this perspective, allowing us all to find ourselves in the fantasy lands you have created, and in the process, reminding us to be more humane to one another. No one tells a story quite like you, and the world of cinema is greatly improved because of your amazing talent. Do you all agree? The way you contrast ignorance and brutality with love and beauty has won legions of fans the world over. You can count on me as one of them. Thank you for illuminating the best of what we are capable of while reminding us that the darkness lurking all around us must never be underestimated. Nadie cuenta una historia como tú. Y el mundo del cine ha mejorado mucho debido a tu increíble talento. La forma en que contrastas la ignorancia y la brutalidad con el amor y la belleza ha ganado legiones de fans de todo el mundo. Puedes contarme como uno de ellos. Gracias por iluminar lo mejor que somos capaces, al tiempo que nos recuerda nacones que la oscuridad que seca a nuestro alrededor nunca debe ser subestimada. Felicitamos. Please accept this as a token of our gratitude for blessing the Walk of Fame with your presence and your star, Guillermo del Toro. There you go. Yay! Okay, we'll stop. We'll go this way. Then we'll go this way for the press tour. Let's step forward. We'll do this. Okay, here we go.
Gracias, Mitch. And now, on behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we declare today Guillermo del Toro Day in Hollywood. And it's now the time that you all have been waiting for. It's time to hear from our honoree. So please welcome Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you, thank you. Gracias. May I also introduce amongst us a great Mexican filmmaker, Isa Lopez. Great director. Her movie, Tigers Are Not Afraid or Vuelven, is one of the great dark fantasy horror movies of the last decade. So, thank you. Gracias a todos. Gracias a Councilman Mitchell Farrell, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez, and California State Senate Maria Elena Durazo. Durazo? Sí, creo que sí. Yes. I want to thank Lana. You know, I've always admired and loved that she makes images with music, that it suffuses her songs with mood, intelligence, and storytelling like no other. Whatever, yeah, I don't know what you said, but I like it. I want to thank Terry Press for bringing us today here, and I want to thank JJ. JJ is not my brother because we would fight a lot more if he was my brother, I know. I got into a few fist fights with my older brother. He's my half-brother, but my brother in my heart. We've been friends and supporters and counseled each other through the years, decades now. And yes, the first time we met, I was studying makeup effects in order to make Kronos, my first movie. There are two things that I would like to clarify today about me. Number one, I'm weird. And I really, really love the chance we almost have to be weird, come back, go back to being weird, saying screw everything, go even deeper, whatever we want to do, as long as we keep it as a nurturing thing for our souls, we deserve it. We deserve to be who we are. And the first time I came here was in the 1970s with my family. You know, there was no this particular chain of restaurant back then, but there was the Chinese Grauman Theater. And we walked around and I was looking for the stars of Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, Alfred Hitchcock, you know, and one that I didn't find, and I will make the point to nominate and finance myself, is Jack Pierce, because he's one of the greatest makeup men and creators in our genre, and he has never been honored with one. I will endeavor myself to try and make this happen. But what I felt with those stars is that there were people that were as weird as me, and they were here. So that gave me hope. And I think this star is for you, all of you that feel weird, to come over and sit for a moment. I don't believe in magic as so, but if I can will a little bit of myself today here in this ground, I will be here. I will spiritually be here for you anytime you want to come. The second thing you need to know is that I'm Mexican. And I am an immigrant. And the second time I came here was when I was trying to finish my first movie, Kronos. 3 of us were living, sometimes 4, in one apartment in a hotel nearby called the Highland Gardens. And we would share a couple of chili dogs from Pink's, and we would look for the cheapest form of entertainment we could find, and that was walking up and down this street. And it meant a lot to me, again, because seeing the names of people that came before me, and as an immigrant, seeing the stars of Pedro Infante, Cate Jurado, you know, it meant a lot. It meant a lot to know that, who came before you, and what does it mean. Right now, we are in a moment of great fear and great division, because that's why fear is used. It's used to divide us. It's used to tell us that we're all different, that we shouldn't trust each other. And these lies make us easier to control and make it easier to hate each other. But the antidote to that is to come together, to realize that those divisions are complete fantasies. When people say you dwell in fantasy, I say, I don't. Politicians do. Churches do. I don't. I deal with facts of the soul and the stories. And as a Mexican, receiving this star is a gesture, and no gesture right now can be banal or simple. This is very important that is happening right now, because I can tell to all of you, all immigrants from every nation, that you should believe in the possibilities and not the obstacles. Ever. Do not believe the lies they tell about us. Believe in the stories you have inside, and believe that we all can make a difference, and we all have stories to tell, and we all can contribute to the art and the craft and the world in any way we see fit. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now it's time for us to unveil the star in honor of Guillermo del Toro. Let's hear it one more time, you guys. Thank you.
Lana! Lana!
Lana!
Lana!
Lana, look at one.
Pero que viva más cerquita.
We proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo!
¡Hasta me corté las uñas! ¡Pelo!
¡De frente!
¡Ay, que la calor!
Para la banda, Guillermo.
Guys, to your right.
Guillermo, right in front of you, right in front of you.
Lana. To your right. Guys,
Right in
to
front,
over
right in
here.
front.
Lana.
You gotta start ahead.
Lana. Straight ahead.
Feel that. Feel the mic down in front, please. Guillermo, you gotta look straight ahead. Stand in front, please. Straight ahead.
Lana. Straight ahead.
Lana, Guillermo.
¡Pásamela!
Let's hear for Bob. Look at Bob. Look at Bob. Turn this way.
¿Qué pasó? Yes. Yes, en inglés.
Nailed it.
¡Ábralo, ábralo!
Oye, el que me fuera a la otra cuadra se ve la estrella ahorita.
Look this way. Look this way. Right here for Bob. Right here for Bob. Five, sir. Hold on. Guys, right in front. Right in front.
¡Mónica!
Entree Overdahl, the director of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Alright, you guys. Alright, gentlemen. Straight ahead.
Straight ahead, right here, please.
Over here in the corner.
Ahí voy, ahorita te la doy.
De este lado, primero.
Right here.
Gentlemen, right here together.
Ready, ready. Guillermo, I don't see you. I can't see you guys. Straight now. Everybody straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Guillermo. Aquí, dona.
Guys to your left.
Everybody right here in the middle. In the middle. Guillermo. De frente.
By yourself. By yourself.
Miguel Hombre, Michael Mann.
Young man over here in the corner. Guillermo and Michael. Yay.
Michael over here. We need one by himself.
Uno solito.
Back up.
Back up a little so we can see the star.
Back up so we can see the star. Just back up.
There we are. Let's straight over here, Guillermo. There we go. Guillermo,
Guillermo.
Guillermo, frente.
Ahorita vienen acá, nos van a llevar. Palabra.
Guillermo de frente.
Aquí, por favor.
Guillermo de frente, por favor.
Guillermo, one more in the corner.
Miss the opportunity.
Thank you, guys. One more.
Michael, start coming down. Okay, everybody look straight in the camera.
All right, straight ahead, folks. Straight ahead.
One second.
Oh, Bob, pressure's on.
David, CBS Films, and Michael. That's it. If you're done, you guys can go if you want to get a shot. You can sit down.
No still shot.
Wait,
Go back, folks. Chaz, no still shots, you're out. No skills, ladies and gentlemen, no skills today.
Eric.
Exit out, folks, exit out, no stills today. No stills. The whole pack up the cameras, forget about it. No stills today. No stills now, no stills.